We lost majority of the games. But that's how it is when you're a mediocre team. If you're a mediocre team, you tend to do that anyway. There go Fresh X Design.
What's going on, bro?
Fresh X, you already sleep? Fresh X, like you about to go to sleep.
What up, dude?
Did Burns say he was hopping on tonight, or you just said it so just in case?
I just sent him on just in case.
All right. So let's do a quick rundown of what we're going to talk about tonight.
Okay.
And we ain't got to take that much time on what we're going to talk about. You know me, we're going to definitely talk about the two versus battles, the new one that's going on right now. Shaka Khan and Stephanie Mills.
Oh, that's going on right now?
Right now. So I'm going to do a recap on that. I'm definitely going to do a recap on that. And then December 2nd, we got Bone versus 3-6.
Really? I was not.
I want to talk about
not aware of these matchups.
Yeah, I want to talk about the other matchup. Deron Williams versus Frank Gore.
Oh, okay.
Zach Stacy versus his baby mother.
Shit's crazy.
Wait, that's the real thing? That's a real matchup? Come on.
You didn't see what he did to her?
Yeah. Oh, okay. You're referring to the video. Okay. Oh yeah. God, that was terrible. Yeah.
Terrible.
That was terrible.
Want to talk obviously give a rest in peace to Young Dolph.
Young Dolph, right? Yeah. God bless.
Want to definitely talk about that Silk Sonic if y'all heard it yet.
I have. Finally, after how many months of it?
It was worth the wait.
For this release? Yeah.
It's worth the wait.
Yeah, it was worth it. It was worth it.
I haven't heard the whole album yet, but
what else we got? What else we got, B?
Ghostbusters came out.
No, it didn't. When did it come out? It didn't come out yet, did it?
Today, I guess.
Oh yeah, today is Thursday. They do their Thursday release. So okay. So I mean, I watch it tonight then.
Yeah, I'll probably go see it.
Is that on HBO Max? What is that on?
That's theaters.
Oh, that's just in the theaters. Okay.
Yeah.
The Harder They Fall. We ain't talking about that yet.
Oh. Did we not? Did we not? I thought I just talked about it, saying I thought I talked about it, saying that shit was fire. But we can talk about that. Also, if you've watched the Eternals, we can talk about it. We haven't watched yet. You haven't watched it, we're not gonna talk about it.
I mean, I have what happened. I've just found out spoilers. We don't have to talk about it though, because I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either.
We could briefly talk about, you know what I'm saying, 10 and 4. We could talk about that a little bit, not too much.
But
10 and 4. Huh?
About to be 10 and 5.
10 and 4, bro.
It's about to be 10 and 5. They're playing the Heat right now. They're losing by 10 in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, but as of this episode, 10 and 4.
Gotcha.
You're not gonna give a live update.
Fuck, I look like ESPN. All right. Go ahead and launch it.
All right.
What up? It's your boy T.
Hey, it's your man B.
And you on the Ride Up.
Hey.
Season 3. Episode 8.
Kobe episode.
The Kobe episode.
Kobe episode.
Always gonna be Kobe episode.
OG Kobe.
We got a family member on set tonight. Y'all know how I do it. Once you're on the show one time, you're no longer a guest. You part of the family.
Il Ron, aka Il Ron Hubbard, aka Ron, aka Ron 2K. You know what I mean?
That's a new one. Okay, all right.
My brother, what's going on, bro?
What's going on, fellas? How you
Ain't
doing
nothing.
tonight?
They got the lumberjack beard going, bro.
It's coming, man. It's 27 degrees out here. I got it. It's
Yo, it's so cold in Colorado, bro. Like I was up there in May. You know, I was in Colorado Springs in 2019. It was like it's May and it started snowing, and I'm sitting here like, yo, I gotta get out of here. I go.
I gotta go. This is too much. I gotta go.
I mean, give me the humidity of DC, man. Give me the swamp, bro. This was crazy.
Right.
All right, fella. Let's get into the shit. You know, my passion is versus. So I want to jump off the episode talking about Bone Thug versus 3-6. Here's the thing.
You just put me onto this because I had no idea this was going to happen.
December 2nd. As of right now, Shaka Khan and Stephanie Mills are doing their versus event, and I'm gonna do a IG Live recap of that one. Probably around midnight. I don't know. I'm because I'm recording now, so I'm check it out, and then I'll do a recap around midnight, no later than 12:30. So most of you 40-year-olds will be asleep. One thing I've noticed since this been announced is it's very generational. I think this is probably the most generational debate we're going to have. This is more generational than the Locks and Dipset for verses. This is probably the most generational one. The older generation, like our age and older, definitely leaning more towards Bone. The younger generations, the guys that's around 26 to 30, maybe 32, they're more so 3-6 Mafia. I think it's going to be it's definitely a style clash, number one. I think it's going to come down to, it's obviously going to come down to your what you like more. But as far as like hits, I think like what you consider a hit record, like is it a single release and then a hit after it's been a single? I think Bone has more of those, but I think like cult classic type album cuts, I think they're a little more even. And 3-6 might have the edge in that department because a lot of their music, their hooks are very formulaic and they stuck to their formula. They were smart in that sense, like, yo, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, don't fix it. Yeah.
You know, a lot of their hooks when they was popping, like they all had a similar theme to it. Like not a lot of words, repetitive, easy for anybody to remember. 5 to 55, they can remember that hook. Right. It wasn't a lot of words you had to pick up and catch the third time. We ride spinners. They don't stop riding spinners. Like that's easy. Whoop, whoop, chicken head. Like those are easy things to remember. And it's like, hey, yo, that don't just pop off on the beat.
Right.
You know, so it's going to be interesting, but I'm going to take Bone. But it's interesting. What's interesting to me is that I want to say around the 10th or 11th grade, Bone hadn't really evolved in their sound. So we would see like at least for me, like in Duval, there was this one light skin. He was like 6'2", 6'3", had long hair. I want to say his name he might have been Brian's homie too, whole time. It'd be always Brian's homies. I think his name was Levi or something like that. Long hair, light skinned dude, or maybe it's Lloyd. Levi Lloyd or something. He was. I ain't gonna say. I ain't gonna disrespect him and call him. He was goofy. I would say he was a little eccentric. He was a die-hard Bone Thug fan. I'm talking about like.
Do you know who he's talking about?
I mean, I know a couple. I can't.
He knows what I'm talking about. Hey, listen. I'm trying to remember his name. I'm gonna remember the motherfucker's name. But and I ain't trying. I'm not dissing him. I'm just saying. I'm just remembering a time where we were in like English class. We were talking about rap groups and we talking Outkast, Locks. Some people were talking. This is like '99. This is like 99 or. And I'm trying to think who was other rap groups. You know what I'm saying? People talking Wu-Tang. And he's like Bone Thugs and Harmony. Everybody looked at him like, bruh, they played out. Who like after all the war, who was listening to Bone? Nobody was bumping Bone. My man knew every lyric of Bone Thug Resurrection album. I don't know one song. I don't know any specific song off the Bone Thug Resurrection album. He knew Crazy Bones like solo album. You know what I'm saying?
Legend Bone joint.
No, the Crazy Bone joint, the joint with the double OG good joint on it.
Yeah.
Double OG good. Nah, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah.
But the irony of it is when it's packaged with the rest of their music. Yeah, when it's packaged with the rest of their music, and it's sort of it's gonna make the other songs make sense because where I think I'm looking forward to it. This will probably be one of the lower tiered ranked versus battles after the fact, I believe. I think if I had to put my finger on my least favorite one, I would probably say it was the E40 Too Short one. Not my least favorite. Like the least favorite one, like consensus wise, because a lot of people were unaware of their material. Who you got in that one, Brian? You're muted. We can't hear you. Or is it just me that can't hear y'all?
I don't know what's going on with these AirPods, man.
Oh, is that what it was? Your AirPods?
Yeah. Who I got? I think 3-6 takes it in consensus, like the social media consensus. Even with the older guys, like I know you're saying that there's a divide, but I mean, I was aware of Tear the Club of '98. You know what I mean? So I just, you know what I mean, that from 3-6 proper, Gangsta Boo, La Chat, Project Pat, and then even there, and then Juicy J's, you know, solo stuff, and then you know, their little like kind of like a resurrection, maybe mid 2000s, early like 2009, 8. You know what I mean? When they came back with the you know, the 3-6 group back. You know what I mean? It's hard for me to, like, if you go over 3 decades, not to say not 30 years, but like you're in the late 90s, you're in the 2000s, and you're in 2010s. It's hard for me to say, you know, your catalog can be like fucked with by a group that really didn't get out the 90s. You know what I mean? They realized just didn't get out 2000. After 2001. I mean, they wasn't nowhere close to the 106 era, for real. You know what I mean? Meanwhile,
I don't even think they weren't even around.
Right, they were done for by then. So
yeah, but
meanwhile, 3-6 got all them things on you know, at least once a year for like 2 or 3 years on 106.
Fat Joe thought that was gonna put him over against Ja Rule.
Fat Joe didn't play a good game. Like there's different things that go along with
He played everything he had to play. He didn't hold nothing back.
It's not about
he even
playing.
played shit that wasn't his.
No, it's not about playing what you have to play. It's about performing at that point because they're both on stage. It's like Gucci Mane, Jeezy. Like it's different from they've gone from Zoom calls, basically IG lives, to isolated areas, to being in the studio together, to now being on stage together. So these are three different type of eras, even in 1 year. So 1 calendar year or less. And so I don't know if you can really like compare how people move in each one of those arenas. Like Ja Rule, the Ja Rule probably crushes Fat Joe in the IG live era of it, and I think Fat Joe might have given him the business in the in studio version of it. It's when it comes to live performances, like real live, like the Lox wiped the floor with Dipset, and that shouldn't have happened. It shouldn't have happened, not like that. Like it could have been closer,
not the way it did. Yeah, not the way it did. Yeah,
it should not have ended the way it did. That was performance.
Those guys went into they went into practice. Practice? They went into practice.
But the thing is, first off, they're brothers. Like they're still tight knit. Joel's, Jim, Freaky, they don't like each other. Like they don't Cam, they don't really like each other. So like they're getting together for money. Lox getting together because they performed probably that set that they had. They probably performed that for 20 years. Like let's be like, I mean, like most of the set they probably have performed in a variety of ways for 20 years.
And Kiss was ready, man. Make no mistake about that.
Yeah, and Kiss was on. Kiss was in a you can't fuck with it. The only thing that could have fucked with it is if Cam was in that similar zone, and he's not, and he wasn't. You know what I mean? And what gets you into that zone is the vibe that you get off your coworkers. And you're not going to get that from Jim, and you're not going to get that from Jules, like Joel's. It's like because y'all not cool. Like y'all, with y'all reunion like a year ago, y'all been on the show for.
They just got back together as a unit. Yeah.
So nah, it like I said, like those in these three different, especially in these three different eras right now, whoever has the tighter performance is gonna win. And that's kind of why I thought KRS was gonna win. But
we saw that. We saw that.
Big Daddy Kane had the better performance.
KRS, yeah.
But because I felt like KRS has newer material, fresher material. I still do. I'm not backing away from that. That's not. That's a fact to me. But I think Kane just proved that, like, first off, he proved that he can rap his ass off. Like this.
Well, it was the format, but the format changed.
Right, with the format that is in. Not to say KRS is a bad performer. I just don't think he like read the room. I don't think he read the room. Is like how he was doing, like his call, like his, calling responses, him like thinking people was gonna know all his lyrics, like he was, and he kind of felt like he was out of breath at times, and it just wasn't an A1 type performance.
He took a couple of Fat Joe breaks.
Yeah, had that, So, looking back at it, it was like, damn, I completely discounted Kane. But now I just see it like you can't predict who is going to have a better performance until you see it. Like, who's going to think that the Lox and was going to completely wash, the Dipset? There was not.
Kiss went for 68.
Yeah.
He went for 68 points in that game, bro. Like,
but it wasn't.
You're muted.
He just commanded it. Was that?
I have the utmost respect for KRS-One. But I said from the beginning, this is the wrong matchup. He is not the rapper that Big Daddy Kane is. I think he's a better overall package, like career-wise artist. He has a better package, pause. You know what I'm saying? He has hits that span, you know what I'm saying, a longer time, but impact and like lyricism, like in that style, there's only one person you can really put against Big Daddy Kane. I said that when I first saw the announcement, but I was like, you know what? I'm here for it regardless because I respect, you know what I'm saying, KRS-One.
That was for the culture, man. That was
I respect them, but we all know who that's supposed to be. We know who the matchup is supposed to be.
Hoorah?
Yes.
The 18th letter.
It was supposed to be Rakim versus Big Daddy Kane.
Yeah, absolutely. I think
Rakim, but I knew the thing. But think about this: some of these dudes are so arrogant. They try to play like even Mary J. Blige. They got this sense of this arrogance, and I ain't gonna say where they from, but a lot of these people from a certain place have this air of arrogance.
New York. What you mean? You ain't gotta censor that.
It is what it is. It is what it is. All I'm saying is they tend to have this sense of it's fake. That's the thing. I mean, it's a fake sense of arrogance on like, oh, I'm too good for this, or why do I need this, or I'm above it. Nah, what you really is you not trying to get exposed for not being that dog that you let everybody believe you to be. Yo, I love Mary J. Blige. Do I think Mary J. Blige has arguably one of the best catalogs for any artist, especially female artists? Of course. But if she was to get on a versus right now with Toni Braxton, who everybody was mentioning her with, she would not win.
Wow.
She would not win. Listen, I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. Because either she got two ways to play this. Either she can actually sing like Tony's going to sing and expose that she can't sing, or she'll have one of those Locks versus Dipset moments where Tony is actually singing her music, like Monica sang her music, like Brandy sang with her music. Mary J. Blige she's not doing that.
No, she's not
doing that.
And she might.
She cannot sing with Tony.
It would have to. Once again, the format would be critical because the format of that versus would have to be, because I can run off 20 hits for Mary right now.
No doubt. No, listen.
I can't run off 20 hits for Tony right now.
Listen, here's the thing. I tell you, since I haven't said this to you before, since you haven't been privy to this information, you can have 20 hits. If me and you go against each other, Ron, 20 for 20, I don't need 20. You know what I need? I need 11 better than you. Because 11 to 9 is a win.
That wouldn't happen.
I don't know.
Look, Playboy, why you all mad at me? Because your girl glad to be standing with me, and I ain't no pimper for baller for nothing like it, so you need to stop staring so hard. I don't like it. I think you intimidated by the wit and the charm, or maybe pissed because your chick on my arm. I ain't gonna claim it. There's no need to be alarmed. I just need the bar. So please play it calm and don't get it twisted, kid. Yes, my niggas, see, I ain't even want no beef over a chick that I just scooped up to give her some of this meat. Excuse me. I mean something to eat. Little steak, a little lobster, a little wine, have a grit in the teeth. Send her home with a little something, have a thick in the tea. She don't even know that I rap. It's on you now. I got 11 of them.
Are you doing this now? We going live?
You said it wasn't there. It's there. And I got another one in the clip. Now I'm just fucking with you, bro. Nah, but listen, man. Listen, do I think Toni Braxton has a better catalog than Mary J. Blige? No. What what I love about what Versus does is it allows people who are tuned in to celebrate the people who they grew up loving, and to put spotlight on the people who they love for a newer generation. Because a lot of times you hear artists, but you aren't pointed in the right direction to go hear this song or go hear that song. And I think Versus has really helped a lot of these artists connect with new generations and connect with older, even your own generation who may have disconnected from you because they fell off because they didn't like your newer music. But it's like, you know what? In this day and age, I don't even have to like your new music. I can help you get money just by listening to your old catalogs.
Mm-hmm.
That reminds me of something I want to talk about. I didn't mention it. I got another topic I want to talk about that I'm gonna bring back. I got another topic I talk about. I'm gonna bring back later on in the show. That we didn't talk about the pre-production, about catalogs and shit like that. Bang.
Talk about
we can talk about Ashanti.
I know.
How you know what I was gonna talk about? That's exactly what I was gonna talk about. Well, fuck it. Let's get Brown. Are you aware of this?
Yeah. But I've been hearing about people re-recording theirs that like Taylor Swift's already done it.
Okay, so for the audience, what we're talking about is Ashanti has opted to re-record her debut album, and Irv Gotti had something to say while on the comment section of Angie Martinez's show in regards to, it's like, yo, she got ulterior motive. No, motherfucker, it's not an ulterior. If you have an artist who isn't getting the bulk of their money from work that they did, the songs that they sang, it's not an ulterior motive, Irv. The fact is, listen,
I got a problem with Irv not being happy with this.
You are a producer. You are a great producer. You are a great finder of talent.
Not cool.
You deserve some credit. Cool. You deserve some credit and some of the fruits. But you should not be getting the fucking lion's share of the fruits, my nigga.
What the problem I had with it was, like, you just exposed yourself for still owning Ashanti's masters. That was 15, 16 years ago, my dude. Like,
but it's standard though.
Yeah, that's why I understand it's the standard, but I also understand that we should be dealing. To me, in my opinion, we should be dealing.
Irv have her masters?
Yeah, Irv owns her. Okay. That's why he's mad. That's why he's mad. And
he's praying. Irv is praying to fucking God. And
here's the thing with Ashanti. Here's the thing with Ashanti doing this over. Ashanti's voice is better now.
It's better. How is her voice
better now than it was when she first came out?
Yo, it's like, listen, her whole package is better. She looks better.
Literally.
Ashanti
literally.
The girl think it's frozen peanut butter on a winter's day. Thick. Looking good.
She's thinking of cafeteria oatmeal. That cafeteria oatmeal. Remember back in the day, the cafeteria oatmeal.
Goodness gracious.
I've seen.
Irv, listen, Irv, I love you. I'm a Murder Inc. guy.
Too, man.
What I need you to do, Irv, you listen. Don't do this you can't do anything for the money at this point, Irv. What you need to do, you need to heal this relationship, because what you come off as, especially as a guy who questionably may have had a relationship with this woman, you look like a domineering, chauvinist fucking creep. And a horrible fucking business guy.
Yeah, he's in his 50s. Anyway, all right, bro. Like, she was like 18 at the earliest. Like, at the latest.
Fat Joe caught a lot of flack for what he said on stage. And I understood. I didn't take it. I mean, I thought it was like a little tough because it was actually females that it was on stage when he was saying it. When he was like, yo, your people, he was telling Ja Rule, yo, your people's not eating. Look who fuck with me. Everybody who fuck with me eating. Irv Gotti and the way he handles business, his people not eating. How? Why? Where's the artist that was on Murder Inc. besides Ja Rule?
Who knows?
Vita had some. Listen, did we see what Vita wore on that versus battle? She had on some fucking some cut up Daisy Dukes like this was fucking 1996. And a snatch weave. I'm like, oh no, what is this? Meanwhile, Remy Martin, who was in jail for 10 years. Or I don't want to say 10, she was like, what, 5 years? She was upstate for a brick.
Mm-hmm.
She came home, she didn't miss a beat. She looked the same, and the swag is on 10,000.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck are y'all doing? Irv, this is your fault. But Chris Gotti was there though. Like Chris is the quiet one, but Chris, you with the nigga. Chris
just like him, right? That's the one that we
He look like an older, unpopular version of Irv Gotti.
He's an older, right? Okay.
But I'm like, yo. And the thing about it is, I could have talked about it when it was Taylor Swift, but here's the thing about it. I don't give a fuck about Taylor Swift. So I don't give a fuck.
I mean, I've heard. I'm not just Taylor Swift.
I don't give a fuck about fucking white artists getting ripped off by white people. I don't give a fuck. I have a problem when it's
R&B
our people ripping off our people.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm saying. That's why I don't like what Irv just is intimating.
This is what we need to do. Black people, are you listening? Stop using this excuse of it's the game. Nigga, we get in the game to fix the game, not to do the same shit. There's too many fucking black executives who have done to black people what white men have done, and the excuse is, oh, that's just how it is. No, motherfucker, you got to put in power. We put you in power by supporting you, thinking you was gonna come in and change the game, change the landscape. And instead, a lot of you goofy motherfuckers, Irv included, Puffy included, all y'all did was continue the fucking cycle of goofy nigga shit.
Right.
It was the reason why Dash went so hard for Rockefeller.
It's like, me and you in the field. Yeah. Me and you in the field. But you sneaking off reading books, and I'm covering for you while you reading books and learning your diction and shit. Yeah. But instead of when you get your opportunity to free us all, to look out for us all, you just look out for yourself, and now you got a plantation. You worse than the white man. All I'm saying, listen, fellas, get your shit together.
Mm-hmm.
Get your shit together.
All the execs, maybe outside of Dame Dash and Biggs, evaluate Michael Bivins.
I put Stout in there.
Stout, yeah, absolutely.
I put Stout in there.
And I'm not to say that they haven't got a lot of people a lot of money. It's just like, but it
don't matter. Listen, if Brian, you are the artist, and I'm the person putting you on,
right?
I got you a lot of money, but it shouldn't be. I got you a lot of money, but I got me a whole lot more money.
Yeah, it's.
I should get my money. This is how I should get my money, because I got you a lot of money. I got a piece of it. I got Ron a lot of money. I got a piece of it. I got somebody else a lot of money. I got a piece of it. So my fortune comes from getting a lot of other people a lot of money.
Right.
And I have a track record of getting other people a lot of money. Not, I got some talent and I know how to milk them and hustle them and beat them out of their royalties and their rights and their likenesses and all that other goofy shit.
Right. No, I agree 100%. That's why I don't hate the re-recording. Some of the re-recordings are bad. Like I've heard some really bad re-recordings.
Motherfuckers is praying. They are praying, right? And you know what it is?
Okay, who's been out? Wait, who's been out so far aside from Taylor Swift?
I think Keith Sweat's re-recorded some stuff.
Oh, really?
Really? I want to hear that. I gotta check it out. So here's the thing. I haven't heard of anybody re-recording any music like as far as like for owning their masters. I've heard like I am familiar with Deron from 112. You know, he's not with 112 anymore. They split up.
Mm-hmm.
He dropped a solo album, and re-recorded Cupid. And performed all the parts. It's a solid version. It's not. I mean, it's. If I heard that version, I wouldn't be like, "Oh, this ain't Cupid." I'm like, "Oh, it's a different version of Cupid. You can still bang with it." So I think a lot of the re-records, as long as it's sonically pleasing, because if you think about it, a lot of these artists, and I think it's going to come down to what it sounds like. Like you got to be able to give them a different feel.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like some sound like Looney Tunes versions of the original.
Taylor Swift can re-record all her shit,
oh yeah,
absolutely. And I wouldn't know the difference.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like one Taylor Swift song, and I can't tell you the name of it.
I don't know any Taylor Swift songs, so I don't know. But all I know is that's the
name of it, though.
Business, and she's ahead of the business. As far as doing that as on her. Like I'm sure there's other people going to be doing it. There's like I said, there's like Keith Sweats are doing it. Like there's a few people on that tier that have started re-recording. But the problem is their stuff doesn't sound as good as it did originally. So, you know what I mean?
I'm really curious as to how this album is going to sound. Because think about it. Her biggest single is Foolish. Mm-hmm. That's a sampled record. So my thing is, are you trying to get all your publishing and all your royalties, all your shit? Are you using the same sample?
I don't think so. I don't think it's going to be a straight jack. It's going to be some type.
Yeah, that's a good question, right? How is this?
So is it? So I mean, think about it. For us,
producer, right?
For us hardcore hip hop heads, like we heard that joint, we was like, oh, that's the Biggie joint. Mm-hmm. Not that we didn't hear the original sample. We heard, oh, that's the Biggie joint.
Yeah. Okay.
So my thing is, like, can you make the song anew, or will it sound like a teardown? If it sound like a takedown, it's like remember when Nike really started popping, and they would have a pair of shoes that cost $150, and he was like, oh mom, I want these $150s. And then for Christmas, you didn't get the $150s, but you got something that looked like the $150s, but she only paid $65 for.
Yeah.
And then and then your friends like,
and you get joned on for the whole semester.
You like, damn man, you should have just bought some Payless joints. Buy the Payless joints. Don't buy the Nike takedowns.
Right. Give me some LED.
The joints you want to have the air bubble on it, but the joints that you got ain't got the air bubble on it. It got like a plant, like the cushion,
the air wave.
You got the line. It just
got the little. Where it look like it's supposed to be an air bubble.
It look like it's supposed to be.
You got the air wavy, bro. Not the ones.
Ashanti, do not have to take down.
Side note. Can we got to do a sneaker? Can we do a sneaker one?
We've been
talking about
3 seasons. We 3 seasons in talking about having that happen.
That needs to happen. I need to be the fly on the wall for that one, fellas.
That will be. I will say this. It's going to take at least 3 episodes, and it's going to involve at least 10 people.
Can we do a few of them? Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Please. Yeah.
So this is what I think is going to end up happening. What I think is going to end up happening is, just like with the battle rapping out, and we made the decision of, hey, you know what? Let's have an offshoot for the battle rap. Mm-hmm. We're probably going to end up having an offshoot for the sneaker shit.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. We got so much to say for that, and we like this. It's a passion of ours. Ron,
I drank all my drinks already. I drank them all 3 of them already.
You doing your own version of drink champs over here? What's going on over there? What's going on over there, sir? What are we doing
them all already?
Yo, man.
So Stephanie, listen, I'm excited because I cannot wait to go and listen to Stephanie and Shaka. Oh my God.
Oh.
Like, I'm so in love with Shaka Khan even to this day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
To this day, I'm so in love with Shaka Khan. Her voice. And trust me, my mom, I growing up, like all I heard was like Phyllis Hyman and Stephanie Mills from my mother.
Okay.
So I was very aware of those women, but I have like 8 aunts, and they all had their own favorite. So Patty and Shaka, and I heard them all, but Shaka, like after Patty, Shaka is just my one. Like I will love it anyway, even if it cannot. Come on.
You said after Patty?
Yes, after Patty, Shaka's my one. Like of that era, like of the elder statements. Whitney's my number one. Like that.
Whitney's number one.
Whitney's my number one. Okay. Period.
Okay.
Like somebody did a potential versus battle if Whitney went against Mariah Carey. I love Mariah Carey, but it's just I don't take any Mariah Carey song over like a certain. There's like a 6 or 7 song list of Whitney songs that I'm taking nobody's songs over, and so it's just how I love Whitney. You know what I'm saying, like, I'm sorry, that's the one for me.
God bless Whitney Houston, man.
Indeed, I love me some Nippy.
It was effortless.
Do you want to fully preview this, or do you want to just do your Aftermath live, IG live? Shout out to Stephanie Mills and Shaka Khan. I love Shaka Khan too.
I done a little bit of, you know what I'm saying, talking about it preview, but I'm just gonna, when I do the I'm just gonna jump straight into it. I'm gonna watch it. As soon as we get off of here, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm watching it, and I'm gonna you know what I'm saying, the weather's pretty nice, so I'm actually gonna sit on the patio. I'm gonna put one in the air. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna grab a stogie, grab another one of these seltzers. Actually, I might get a box. Well, I might get a box of wine. Yeah, I might get a box of wine.
Okay.
Yeah, box of wine.
Did you want to get into the you know what I mean, the GOAT and GM of the Wizards getting an extension because they 10-4?
Oh, did he? I didn't even know that. That's news to me. Shep got an extension.
Yeah.
Hey, a round of applause to Shep. And listen, Shep got his shit before any potential motherfucker other shoe drops. Because everybody, this shit is blowing me. Shit is blowing me. It's like every other team can have their ascension.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how it is in their area, how they got detractors. But I'm like, yesterday I was at work and somebody asked for the Wizards game. And I was like, oh, y'all know we play basketball? I didn't know that y'all knew that we play basketball.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because nobody was asking for the Wizards. I was watching the Wizards I had the Wizards on my phone watching updates every game because I'm not gonna put it on because I'm like, listen, y'all not gonna ignore my squad. And then when we win, y'all look at me like, oh shit, they won today. Fuck you, bitch.
So
and then the one game we put on, we lose to the Hornets. Ain't that about a motherfucking bitch? Let me just
say this, because I a nice size rant. It said Ted Leonsis just wrong. It was failed a couple times, and part of that was about how he changed the dynamic of the working environment in monumental sports, which I still feel to a certain degree is true. But and I still do think Ted has failed a lot over his tenure. But putting Tommy in has been good for them. Like, and Tommy like having the trade Russell, but he engineered the Spencer Dinwiddie signing, looped it into the Lakers. He turned Schroeder into Kuzma and Caldwell Pope and Harrell. At first, it was going to be Schroeder. I can't even remember the original trade, but there's Schroeder and a couple other pieces for Russ.
He was the architect of this new
squad. He played hardball with the Lakers. Plus, and he developed a relationship with the Lakers because we allowed them to get Anthony Davis. We looped ourselves in that trade for them to get Anthony Davis to free up the space we took on some pieces and allowed them to do that. So we then the next year, 2 years later, I guess, 2 years, seasons later, we get this Russ trade in our lap. It was going to be a whole different type of trade. It wasn't going to be the 3 guys that got plus Dinwiddie. So, and Holiday, I guess, Aaron Holiday. So, like, shout out to him. Like, he's maneuvered that wall contract, which everybody was saying it was immovable. And salute to John. Get your money, man. You don't have to. If you want to sit. If you want to play. But get your bro and keep whatever they're gonna do. You know what I mean? Whatever, bro. We'll see you next year or whatever. You know what I mean?
What is his situation? What is his status? Because he's still in Houston.
Apparently, he's healthy. He's a healthy scratch down there. And what they're doing is Houston is trying to lose, right? So they're developing the young guys. And John doesn't want to buy himself out, or he doesn't want to get bought out because he doesn't want to lose any money. You know what I mean? Off the last 2 years of his deal. So he was trying to find the trade, but nobody's trading for that contract because
nobody's taking that yet. Nobody's
in the day
has the
right. That's what it is. Like his knees were bad from his rookie year. It's been like that. So he's 10 years in, has bad knees. Nobody's going to give anybody any appreciable assets for John Wall, not for $45 million.
Hey, the Rockets did.
They did. I can't. So,
but they took that contract on with thinking that Harden and
took the contract on thinking that he would stay like Harden. It would keep Harden around because
right.
Russ
was there too, right? Or am I bugging?
Was that?
Russ was over there too at that time. Or am I
bugging? Yeah. Well, Russ wanted to leave. Harden was debating whether he wanted to leave. They traded Russ for Wall in hopes of keeping Harden. But then Harden said, "Nah, I don't want to be here no more," and they had to trade him anyway.
So, KD and Kyrie had already gotten in Harden's ear, bro. Yeah. He was only going to one team. That's keeping it buck. He was only going to one team.
That's a debacle over there too.
The players collude left and right, and there's no penalty to it.
Nope.
No penalty.
All these teams are just just finding fortune. If you find a guy who's persuasive enough to say, "Oh yeah, come here," instead of "Oh, come here." It depends on who wants to go where. You know what I mean? Who wants to live where? Like, you know what I mean? So Bill, like Russ was trying to convince him to get traded, like in March. So like,
oh well. But guess what? Unfortunately, we actually got a quality player that said, "Yo, I want to play in Washington."
Right.
Then when he said, "I want to play in Washington," he was on a team with KD and Kyrie and every Reed and every former All-Star probably for the next 3 or 4 years, and he could have probably took less money. He knew where he was going. He could have stayed there. He's like, "Yo, I want to go to DC." It gives you a different feel. So you got that energy on top of a top 3 scorer. Mm-hmm. And then you luck up and have these dudes undervalue a former 6th man of the year, a budding actual like rotation at least.
Yeah,
Kuzma is a rotation player.
What's happening in Washington right now is not an accident. It's not an accident.
It's luck. I'll tell you like this: you need some good fortune for this shit to happen. And I think Kuzma, KCP, and Harold, all 3 having down years at the same time, definitely worked in our favor. Because if one of them was having a good year, they wouldn't have been added in that trade.
Right.
And I don't think the Wizards would be the team they are right now.
They're all looking at each other like, "Hey, we can't be those guys anymore."
Yeah,
that's what it's looking like.
We got to prove that we can play basketball.
We have to prove that we can play.
I think Harrell is.
Hey, yo, I told you. Yo, that boy dunks the ball if he give him the ball on the inside, he's dunking it. Gafford, you give him the ball on the inside, he's dunking it. Kuzma is knocking down shots in their face.
So I'm so mad.
Fuck the open shot.
So mad Chicago does not have Gafford anymore, man. Gafford was one of my favorite players, man.
Thank you, Chicago.
Yeah,
Right.
They traded us for a player who they let go. Like that usually happens to us. We usually trade for a player we let go. We traded for Bobby Portis, let him go.
I love Gafford's game, man. Yeah.
And
Jabari Parker, let him go.
I've gone back and forth. Twitter. Shout out to Matthew Moderno and the Believe in Wizards podcast. We had a whole thread with him and some other Wizards Twitter guys, talking about how Shepard's done so far, and I gotta give him an A. Like I can't be the pessimistic guy about this. They got like you're sitting, you're smiling because I'm like it's just you can't. Like, how do you see this team and like not have hope at least?
Well, to reiterate what you said in the last podcast, B. I mean, you said that this was potentially one of the.
No, he didn't say potentially. He didn't say potentially. He said this is the deepest Wizards team since '78. So it ain't no potential. He said.
Did you say that? Did you say
yes,
that? You said they were.
They were. Yeah, they are.
Oh, you said they were. Okay.
And then he just now doubled down and said they are.
They are. Rui has not played.
Okay.
Bryant hasn't played.
Does he even play another Wizards game?
Who? Thomas Bryant? I think they keep Rui. Yeah. I think I don't know where his mental health is or whatever.
I'm sure Dallas or San Antonio looking for another international player. Man, go ahead, put that man in a trade package, yo.
I don't
put that dude in a trade package.
I don't think Ted gives. Well, I think trade package if you're gonna get Karl Anthony Towns or something like that. But I don't think.
I don't really care what we get. To be honest with you, number one, like listen, and I'm not saying don't take off for your mental health. That's cool, but at the end of the day,
that's what Cat's going through right now, right?
Well, no, we're talking about Rui Hachimura. Like he's been out.
Oh, that's what. Okay.
It's more mental health stuff that's going on with him. No, it's not.
Hey, let's go ahead and trade him away before he retires on us. Then retire on somebody else.
He's not retiring. He ain't
gonna get better.
I mean, I don't know what's exactly.
And how do you know he's not gonna retire?
I don't know exactly what's.
Listen, okay. Let's see. Kevin Love took a leave of absence in Cleveland for mental health. He didn't get any better, but he's a little older. Okay, cool. I give you that. The last person who mentally checked out from the game was Larry Sanders.
Yeah, Larry Sanders.
Rui might be Larry Sanders.
Well, okay, so
he might disappear and pop up a painter. You go pop up a fucking a cardboard break dancer and shit.
I understand the concern, but I think you need to get him back on the floor to actually trade him. I think that's going to have to happen.
And or you could put him with somebody else and just put him as an add-on.
It's not his skill set, right? It's not the
no. I think there's rumors, there's like hearsay. People talking about he's struggling with the race thing from Japan. He's getting like some racist comments from Japanese people or whatever.
Really?
I that's all hearsay. I don't know that to be true. I don't know what's going on. But
I'm not gonna get out Paul put in hot water by saying some hood shit. So I'm gonna let it be.
He's been in America though, right?
Yeah, he's in America.
Yes. He spent 4 years against Gonzaga.
Right? Okay.
But his fan base is in Japan. He speaks Japanese. He's not American.
Well, I mean, all his Jordans have something of.
He's a Ghanaian
culture on him. So I mean,
his next sponsorship is going to be a Stride Right. He gonna have some soft bottom shoes for some little kids. Some soft bottoms.
Comes back. I think he proves that he can play basketball, and I think you put him in a package that I agree that there's got to be a step up again. There's got to be a step up So you got to get another guy here. So Rui would probably be in that package, but I'm not saying that.
Rui's another wasted draft pick at this point.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
He's no better than Troy Brown or Otto Porter or Kelly Oubre at this point.
Here's what I say about because I didn't like the pick at the time. Not to say that Rui's not a good player or can't be a good player. He's played well. Right? That's not.
No, he did. No, he hasn't. He's played okay.
That's not. He played okay. He's an average player. In that draft,
so we agree on that. All right.
In that draft, well, he's played defensively. He's played better than I thought he would. But anyway, I didn't like the pick because I think for that first pick, when you're playing with house money, Tommy Shepard was at the time, in my opinion, you go with the home run, which was Cam Reddish, or somebody else, whoever else. I can't remember.
Not killing it right now.
Yeah, whether Cam Reddish is good or not, like he's been hot and cold as far as his career. I'm saying you go for the home run, whether you strike out or not. That's regardless that you strike out in the draft most of the time. Kispert probably is not going to be good. Like let's like he's got.
Is he still in Atlanta?
Yeah, he's in Atlanta still.
He is in Atlanta. Okay.
Yeah. He gets like he goes in these streaks, so he's flashed. Yeah, he's flashed, but not consistent. So like, but in my opinion, so if you don't go for the home run, like then you gotta the low floor guy has to be able to really give you something valuable. And I don't know if Rui's giving you any one thing that says, okay, yeah, like the rebounding, like his on the ball defense. Like Denny Avdija right now is one of the best defenders in the league or playing like that.
You know what drafted Rui gets you? A Japanese fan base.
Yeah, it was part of the plan.
That's it.
That was part of the plan.
At this point, the only thing Rui and listen, I'm rooting for. Let's be clear. I'm cracking jokes on him, but I am rooting for Rui to get it. You know what I'm saying? Get at a good mental space and be a productive player in the NBA and a productive person in society. But at this point, I'm just basing it strictly on performance. He ain't performing because he's not on the floor. And I'm sorry that I come from a place where, like, I know motherfuckers that's going through a lot worse and ain't making no money and still show up and play ball.
Right.
I'm not saying that one way is right or one way is wrong. All I'm saying is it's a struggle for a 39-year-old from the fucking hood who was homeless, who has went through real life struggles. Bro, everybody talks shit about your family. Everybody talks shit about you. Everybody. You got friends that get ran on by the cops and the ops.
You're saying where's that
just for breathing?
That's what you're saying. Yeah. You're saying where's that
just for breathing. What the fuck? You are a millionaire. So you may have troubles, but you got millionaire troubles and they ain't the fucking same. So I'm not saying, hey, ain't no woe is me. I'm just saying it's hard for people like me to not have a immediate, what the fuck is you crying about response?
Unrelatable thing.
You know what I'm saying? Like
he played 4 years in Gonzaga, right?
4 years. Oh no, I don't think he graduated.
4 years.
He was a 4 year starter.
Yes, 4 year starter. So it wasn't like he was just from Japan and just popped up over here. He has black in him. He's half Japanese. So it ain't like he just
from Africa. His other half from Africa. Though. It's not the same as American black.
Hey, listen. We got a lot of Africans in the NBA. Link up with them.
Victor Oladipo
is Africa.
Yeah, he's from his father's from Ghana.
Oh, okay.
I hear.
So why did he get that Jordan contract? Was that for?
That was right off the top.
The Japanese fan base.
It was for that fan base. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, listen. How many other ninth picks is getting a rookie deal with Jordan?
Yeah.
Not many.
I was wondering. Yeah, it didn't make sense to me. But I mean,
we marketed it like
they don't even sell his kicks in the U.S. So it didn't make.
He ain't got no shoes. He's got a deal. He ain't got no shoes yet. He ain't got no signatures yet.
I wonder if they're over. Well, I wonder if they're overseas.
Well, his signature, he ain't got no signatures. But the thing about it is, he about to have his own PEH that hit the shelf. Them Jones is sparky. Woo. Them Jones is fire.
The tan joints, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, them joints is.
I'm saying I don't want. I didn't want to spend this much time on Rui Hachimura. Okay.
You wanted to bring up a topic to get me in hot water. That's what it was. I know T gonna say some shit he ain't supposed to say.
But shout out to Tommy Shepard. He salvaged a lot of the burning wreck that Ted Leonsis ran us into the iceberg, and with our number one pick in 2010, and he came out and raised the boat. So you can't really be mad. You know what I mean? Like, the draft picks is one thing. Kispert, Denny, and Rui, mixed bag.
I still like Denny.
Yeah, Denny's the best on-ball defender in the league by the numbers. So, like, right now, playing like you can't dispute it. It's like, so he's gonna come around offensively. He's only 20 years old, and you know what I mean. So we'll see what happens with Denny. I don't know about Kispert as a player, but you bet on shooters, and I understand that. So the draft is mixed. We'll see what happens, but moves have been admirable to great. Like, so you can't be mad at Tommy Shepard, and Ted fell into another one. Ted fell. You know what I mean? If you're smart like Ted Leonsis is, you'll luck into him. You know what I mean? But like the guy in the football that owns the football team, he's an idiot. So and a con artist. So it's different. Like, at least Ted one has got his money legit. He's a smart man that's legit. And
hey, how y'all feel about John? Clap him back.
What did he say?
He filed a lawsuit against the NFL.
Oh yeah. No, I'm happy, but he's gonna settle. He's gonna settle. I wish he'd take it to trial.
Well, if he's suing them, that ain't him settling. That's them settling.
No, they're gonna settle with him. They're gonna give him the rest of his $100 million plus probably another 50, and be like, "Yo, shut up.
That's
We're not
crazy.
going to put out there. Nobody's going to be deposed. Nobody's going to be on
wow,
a witness."
That's crazy.
That's wild. Yeah, that's wild.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nah, we gotta go to court for this, dog. I ain't giving you shit because unless the NFL is giving it to you, but as the Raiders, I'm not giving you shit. You resign, my nigga.
I'm not saying the Raiders are going. I'm talking the NFL. The league is going.
Yeah, he's suing the NFL. Or is he
even if I'm the NFL, I'm not giving you $100 million if I'm the NFL, bruh. By letter of law, you resign, dog. You could have not resigned, and nah.
What's going to happen?
Settle, but I ain't giving you the $100 million.
If NFL plays hardball and it goes to trial,
it go $20 and 3 scratch offs. Nigga, good luck.
Then you're going to see the racist email. Goodell goes back and forth. You're going to see the racist emails Ted Thompson has in his arsenal. You're going to see all the
bring them out.
That's
hard to
get out the roaches out, right? But it's not going to be good for the NFL, so they'll settle with John. They're going to give him money.
It will be though.
They're going to give him money. It's not going to come out. None of this is going to come out.
It'll be good for the NFL. It'll be so great for the NFL. The NFL don't realize how much of a facelift they need.
They should. They need a black owner, and
they need to shed some of this fucking racist skin.
The old boy network.
Because guess what? Listen, the NFL, you still a lot of your revenue comes from a lot of racist motherfuckers whole time. So you will still get your racist money.
Well, they're not going to expose, Jerry, Jones. Like, they're not gonna let somebody expose some of this stuff. It just is what it is, man. They're gonna pay John.
I would love to see
Yeah,
what
no, I
they have
would,
on this man.
and bro, like
I would love to see. I just want to see.
Kaepernick kept it. Kaepernick kept it funky. He would have got all this shit and more out of that a trial if he took it to a court.
Did you guys discuss the Kaepernick?
No, we haven't talked to.
I did not. Okay.
We didn't talk about the Kaepernick. Did you watch the Kaepernick?
I haven't watched his Netflix special, the Netflix on yet.
Yeah. Oh, it's not a
doc. You saw it?
Yeah. It's like a drama.
I saw a small video of a emotional white woman who was aware of her white fragility and trying to avoid it, but acknowledge it at the same time, and just was talking about the impact of the documentary. And I was like,
yeah.
It wasn't for me to watch.
Well,
I feel like it's not like it's nothing I'm gonna see that I don't know, or you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not gonna change my opinion.
No. I don't think it's about. He's interspersed his his ideology through it, but it's more just about him and being a quarterback. So it's like, if you watch it, you watch it for the kid that's playing Kaepernick. He's pretty good. Nick Offerman is his father, adopted father. So that's one thing. And yeah, it's not like Kaepernick's just preaching the whole time. It's like a bunch of skits. It's like a bunch of skits.
I'm so excited! I'm so excited! I'm sorry. I hate to change the subject. I'm so excited. Oh my God, because we talk about Kaepernick and got my thoughts. Yo, I'm going to see Chappelle on Tuesday.
Oh, you going?
I'm so fucking excited. I'm so fucking excited.
Where's he performing? Where's he performing?
Debuting his documentary.
Man.
Oh.
They announced this,
wow.
and this is, listen. Ooh! Oh, hold on, wait a second. Got a little heavy here. Okay, all right. So, like about a week or two after the closer, he announced he was going to different cities for this documentary.
Mm-hmm.
We weren't on that list.
Mm-hmm.
And my lovely fiance,
because wasn't DC one of his homes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
From Silver Spring, yeah.
But we weren't on the list.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
He had a lot of major markets. I guess where a lot of I don't know what the strategy was, but my super dope fiance sent me a link, and I clicked the link, like not knowing what it was. Dave Chappelle on Tuesday at Capital One Arena. What?
This Tuesday.
What?
Wow.
What?
Yeah, shout out to you. He did lob it up there for us. I couldn't go. I can't go, but yeah, I wish I could.
So I got a list, and there's a few people who I just wrote off the list, like it's never going to happen. Hov, never going to happen. Beyonce, never going to happen. Chappelle,
Jay-Z, you should have for John with us.
Never going to happen.
You should have went to
they tickets because it's way too much money, bro.
It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad, bro.
What's not that bad, bro?
The
money.
Saying people you're never going to see?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
How much is not that bad for Jay-Z, bro?
It was for 2 tickets. It's probably like $150. It wasn't that bad.
Okay.
I spent.
It wasn't that bad.
Yeah, I spent $200
for one or two.
No, for two.
The On the Run joint was up there.
Yeah, no, the one is different. The Beyonce is different, bro.
Because that was B. I mean, that was
Yeah.
B. Yeah, that was BC.
You're not gonna. Yeah. Hey, what we did?
I saw Hov at the when they reopened the oh god, the Palladium.
Barclay?
The Palladium in Cali, when I was in Cali.
Okay.
And I saw the 444 when they came here to the Pepsi Center.
Man,
Yeah, you should have came with
I'm
us.
already planning my outfit. It's like first day of school.
It's like first day. You're gonna be sleeping with your clothes next to the bed on
Yes.
the bed.
Yes.
I'm gonna
I'm gonna
always.
be planning. I'm gonna be sleeping with my outfit already set. So Lucy can see my outfit, so she will know the excitement. She will see what I'm wearing, so she knows the assignment.
Yeah. She already
Don't be
understood
on
the
no
assignment.
Don't
She already
be on
understood
no
the assignment.
bullshit.
Yeah.
Listen, I had the pleasure of seeing Kevin Hart.
Mhm.
I got to see DL Hewley.
Mhm.
I got to see Clint Coley, who was in, you know what I'm saying, everybody's top tier, but up and coming guys, newer guys, one of my favorites. I got to see, we went to go see, I want to see Deion Cole one day. I'm going to see him. I know I'm going to see Deion Cole.
Listen,
I wanted to see a
shout out to Deion Cole.
I'm going to see Deion Cole one day.
The Harder They Fall.
The Harder They Fall.
Yeah, shout out to Deion.
He killed that role.
Amazing.
What's my guy name? What's light skinned, tall, curly Bush? He always D. Ray Davis. Got to see D. Ray.
Yeah.
We're going to see my guy Ryan Davis on December 3rd.
Oh, word. Yo, shout out to Ryan Davis for his Insecure episode. Man.
Yeah, a little cameo.
Yes.
He did a little cameo.
It's funny how that works, right? He had talked about it when he was a Facebook, you know what I'm saying, viral. Now he got invited to be on the show and he killed it.
Yeah,
that boy, you know that.
He's funny. He's a like if he should have a Hassan Minaj type show right now. I said this a couple times now on the show. But
He'll get it. But you got to remember, Hassan had like their community holds their art, their creators. They hold them, especially in America.
It's coming.
Deservedly though.
He deserves a pilot, if anything.
I told you, we went and saw Hassan about a month ago. Killed it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking like he killed it.
Yeah, he's funny.
Aziz, when I saw Aziz, he killed it. But one thing I saw was their community was heavy in there.
Mm.
The Indian community.
Ladies, shout out to Gina Brion. She got a Amazon special. The Floor is Lava.
Okay. Oh yeah. Yeah, I haven't watched.
That's a funny girl.
Clips. I want to
on my list. Yeah, so I started a cinema group called Cinema Junkies. Okay. The offshoot, it originates on Facebook because I know a lot of my people on Facebook, but I'm gonna branch it out to the other social medias. But I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna post it on there so people can go watch that.
Cool.
I was in a movie. Listen, we were supposed to talk last week, but your bitch ass fell asleep and missed the launch episode, so we had to delay episode 8. And you took my steam from me, you son of a bitch. I still love you. But your boy, I'm in a movie. Shout out to my guy, my motherfucking dog, Felix, hit me up. Yeah. He hit us up. It was like, yo, can y'all be in? I'm like, yo, I'm in there. So he had to dress up, you know what I'm saying? I'm in the business meeting or whatever. I ain't got no lines or nothing. I'm a clapper, but I'm in the movie. You can see my face on the chisel. And what's more important is that the lead female actress, you know what I'm saying, Danielle Shani Daniels, she's out here. She's actually in Felix's first movie. Let Go the series. She's in that. but she's the
Okay.
lead actress in this. She's in another movie that's actually on Amazon right now. And oh man, I'm excited. They was like, yo, you need to get some lines. I'm like, hey, Felix, my G, get your boy some lines next time. I know. I want to say this. What, like we were there. I was there from like 9 o'clock in the morning to probably like 7 o'clock at night, and there was only 3 scenes. Yo, salute to every actor and actress who's ever fucking done it. From the bottom tier to the top. That shit, they make it look easy.
Yeah, it's not.
It is not an easy thing. I watched Danielle jump into her fucking lines the same way every fucking time. And the I don't know the role of the lady who was like coaching them. Not Felix was the director, but she was like coaching them on what she wanted out of, and they would tweak and tweak and tweak, and it was like, and I'm just sitting in amazement, like, yo, we were like groupies in a way. We were just happy to be in a room with these wonderful people.
Yeah, professional.
Man,
shout out to Felix. I just saw.
Listen,
literally.
Let me tell you. He invited us. He asked me to be part of the movie. He didn't say, "Hey, this is what the movie's about." He didn't give us any of that shit. Just sitting in this one scene. We're in an office scene. Me and the other extras. I don't want to call us extras because we better than that, but whatever. I'm a little extra right now and then. We talking like we talking with our eyes like, yo, I can't wait to see this fucking movie. Fuck seeing me for 2 seconds in the movie, even if it's the camera not on me, like watching the movie, because the scene, it's like, it's intense. Both of them are like, it's like when you see two people like having like some undercurrent of like tension, and you know, like, all right, they either fucking or somebody want to fuck. Man. But yeah, your boys in the movie.
And shout out to Felix.
So I said it to say this, yo, Cinema Junkies, man. I look forward to having a lot of dialogue and having fun with that. I like doing things to have fun. People do things to make money. I work to make money. I do the other shit because I want to have fun. I want to help people have fun and be a part of everybody being cheerful and having a smile on their face and having love in their heart. So Cinema Junkies is another extension of that. Oh man, I can't wait.
Shout out. Yeah, I was. Yeah. Shout out to How Did They Fall. Shout out to that whole Jay-Z and the director and the writers. James Sam. I didn't know they were all based on real. Like, not say that this is a real event, but like all the names of the characters were real people. Like Rufus Buck was a real person.
I did not know that was Seal's brother.
Person.
I did not know that was Seal's brother. Number one.
Oh, really?
Who? Yeah, James Samuel.
Oh, James, that's Seal's brother?
But that's Seal's brother, yes.
Really? Oh, I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know. I don't know much about him. I just knew he was the director and writer. And
so he goes by the name. Just to give you a quick background on him, he goes by the name of the Bullet. He had a couple of albums, couple of EPs out. Back in the day. Well, yeah, back in the day. But yeah, he's a cool dude, man. Just from what I saw from back in the day with the Bullet. But he's a
okay. Bullitt. Yeah.
There you go.
I didn't know. Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah, that's him. That's yeah.
Nah, man. Yeah, it was just a great movie. We were sitting there. So I don't know what happened. I don't know. Me and my wife were just sitting there, just amazed by how, like, the acting, the pacing, the dialogue.
The cinematography was unbelievable.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
And I knew I've heard of Bass Reeves I've heard of Marshall Bass Reeves, and I heard of Stagecoach Mary. because there was a little bit of controversy about how Zazie Beetz was light skinned and the actual person's very dark skinned woman. And I understand that, and that's all valid.
But it's Zazie. Come on, man. It's Zazie.
Yo,
Right.
we gotta stop with this colorism shit, yo. We gotta stop with the colorism.
You get
Is
to
she
see
black?
Zazie.
It's
Black.
well,
it's Zazie.
No, I don't know. I don't know about that. I think there needs
Hi,
to
Zazie.
represent.
Hi,
Is
Zazie.
that you shooting your shot?
Just saying.
Shout out to
Just
Zazie.
saying. Just saying.
And shout out to Atlanta coming soon too. Shout out to Atlanta coming soon.
Yes.
Some great black.
I cannot wait for that one as well. Yeah.
Yeah,
Cannot wait for that season to come up.
Season 1. I love season 1. Season 2 was deep. I don't know if it was as funny as season 1, but it was very good television.
I've never watched the full episode of that show.
You gotta
But-
watch.
No. Listen, I plan on watching it. Like, it's on my list. Like Snowfall was on my list, and I binged it. The Shy was on my list, and I binged it. Atlanta's on my list. I'm gonna binge it. I said that to say this. I haven't seen not one full episode of it, but the scenes that I've seen are amazing. And the jail scene is probably one of my favorite scenes.
That's out of the
Ever.
that's out of the first episode, and that was it's a genius scene.
That was the first episode?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did ass?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
The first that's from the first episode?
yes.
Listen, so
Have you seen the Cat
I have
Williams
like
scene?
I like that episode.
Oh my
I like
God,
that scene
was good.
too.
That was a good episode.
But
No,
but
no, see,
this jail scene was
Yeah.
funny as hell from the beginning, where he telling my man his story about hanging out with his boy. Whole time his boy is sitting right in front of him.
Mhm.
Fuck you, Grady. And then they go into the scene where he got the, you know what I'm saying, that the yeah, that's my girl.
Yo, my
You
favorite.
here with the mans.
My favorite episodes from that,
Nigga, you
from
gay.
that series. Yeah, the
I ain't with that
barbershop
shit.
episode.
The barbershop episode. Yeah, you gotta
The
tap.
barbershop episode. The Teddy.
The three scenes I've seen
Damn it.
are the jail scene, the
Yeah.
alligator scene with Cat Williams.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think I saw a clip of, and the one where the dude who played in the dark skin heavyset dude that plays in Eternals now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I guess he getting stuck up. They trying to rob
Yeah.
him, whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was
Yo.
a real, like, yo, I connected with that fucking. That's why I said I'm gonna watch this stuff. I ain't been the Doughboy or the head honcho type nigga he is, but I've been in those scenes where you can get caught slipping in the hood,
Yeah.
whether you somebody or nobody, and you got life decisions to make in a split second.
Mhm.
Rui, you
And the
ain't never
Teddy,
had to live no fucking life like that, Rui. Go shoot
The
a fucking
Teddy,
basketball,
what was
bitch.
my man's name? B. The Teddy.
When Teddy Perkins, you talking about Teddy
The
Perkins?
Teddy Perkins. The Teddy Perkins episode.
Episode, bro. That was such a weird episode.
I love it though. I loved it though,
I
man.
gotta watch that
Teddy
one again.
Perkins episode was.
I gotta watch that one. The episode where Lakeith Stanfield Darius takes him to get a dog.
He played on that too?
Yeah.
You on that? Yo,
Yo, it's
Lakeith
just a good-
killed
it's
it
just a
on
good
Holiday
series,
Fall,
man.
bro.
But that's where some of us know Lakeith Stanfield from Atlanta. So we know that he's a great actor. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then like he was in The Photograph, he's a good actor in that too. But
Dog.
yeah, where he's made
Like,
it. You know, made the
I
money.
thought he was the lead actor in Holiday Fall.
I mean, shoot. I mean, is he who is the lead actor? Is it King the Conqueror? Is it
I'm gonna.
is it Delroy Lindo?
I put my vote in for Zazie. I'm just gonna put my vote in.
I put my vote.
You say is Delroy Lindo the lead actor? Come on, bro.
Regina King was amazing.
Regina King was.
Everybody was amazing.
Yeah.
Jonathan Majors was amazing. Idris Elba was
Jonathan
amazing.
is the lead actor in the movie, by the way.
Yeah,
If
but
people who don't know. Brian
Idris-
Speed for star.
Idris
Yeah,
was amazing. Like the whole Dion Cole did his thing.
Dion Cole
Puffy.
was my favorite. Was my favorite out of all of them, man. Because I didn't know he can go there.
Yeah, sure. Well, who on what?
I didn't know he can go there. I didn't know he can go there.
Who?
Dion.
Dion Cole. Like
yeah,
the
cool. That was
acting chop.
yeah. I didn't know he could do that. Yeah, I didn't know he could do that.
I did.
Hey, he got his ass beat for that role, didn't he?
He did. He did.
He beat my man ass.
He did. He did.
And
but,
shout out to the young lady that plays Cuffy. I seen her. We watched this Tyler Perry soap opera, and she was in like 3 episodes. But you could see in those 3 episodes that she deserves to get way more different, better work.
Way more. Yeah. We got to see her more on the screen. We got to see all of these guys on the screen more. I mean, I know Regina King and Idris are seasoned in the game, and Jonathan Majors is coming up. With
everything.
Country and
he's everywhere.
He's gonna be everywhere.
With Marvel.
They're not doing a season 2 of that though, but whatever.
Guys. We got to see all of them just be on the big screen, man.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
I would actually love to see that cast. It was funny. Me and my friend were talking about it. She was saying how she would love to see like that cast in another setting. Do another movie kind of together. And
I like that.
Yeah, like in
She
you can do a Harlem Nights type of 420.
Harlem Nights type of movie or something like that. Something. We got to see them again. Gotta see them
again. I agree. And I want to see what else James Samuels got with Jay.
Man.
That was a great look.
Man.
That was a movie of the year.
The soundtrack is amazing.
The soundtrack's dope. Yep. Soundtrack.
You know what? Listen, I've heard pushback on the soundtrack.
Really?
Not that it was a bad soundtrack, but the older audience didn't feel like the sound. They didn't think that the soundtrack connected to the genre. And my thing was, I'm like, listen, you have to disconnect yourself from what mainstream Hollywood. Yes.
Yeah, Western. I get it. It's hip hop, Western.
There's a lot of hip hop. A lot of hip hop infused. And I thought it was dope. We thought it was dope. But you gotta remember, if you were born in, 70 or earlier, everything Western to you is country.
Well, my whole thing about that is what's the demographic on that? Because we're in our, I'm the oldest here.
You gotta remember.
I'm 41.
Right.
I'm oldest here, right? My sister loved it. She's 51. So what demographic is what?
Oh, no. I'm not saying. Listen, I'm saying that there was pushback. I ain't saying it was major, but I was in a conversation, and one of the people who I respect from a music standpoint, I love their take on music. They love music, and they put me on a lot of older tunes. They didn't feel like the music connected, and I'm like, listen, you gotta understand, everything you think about Westerns is white in Hollywood, so naturally they're gonna put that and we trying to put
in a movie where my man goes on lightning with the blam blam. You're not gonna
like listen. This is what I said to him.
You gotta know when to hold them.
This is what I said to him. Like,
you're not gonna get that. So wait.
Exactly. I said to him, I said, you only have one other movie to compare this to, and that's Posse.
Right?
Right.
I said, so if you go watch Posse, you don't have a whole bunch of, white country artist music, in there.
Yeah, they did.
I can't get with that, man. I can't get with that.
And I love Posse. Posse. I said this. So I got to watch a private screening of The Holiday Fall before it came out. And I had told people, I said, yo, y'all gonna love this movie. So whatever you do, make sure it's on your list. I said that, and boom, it happened. I said, but before that, for you younger audience who don't know no better, go, if you can, go and watch Posse.
What was the what's the joint called with Little Kim in it?
I don't know.
With all the females in it?
Yeah, with all the females in it.
Lisa Ray and all of them.
I don't know.
I forgot the name of it. That was like a BET made for TV movie though, wasn't it?
No, well, yeah, it might have been a BET movie. But it was
I
like
think it was in the theaters.
The Posse joint. Hold on, son.
I forgot the name of it.
But yeah, like definitely Posse over there. And shout out to Mario and Grand Peoples. Just to say that.
He He was the one that directed that movie, right?
Yeah. That was he
Yeah.
he wrote
He wrote
and
it.
starred in it.
and started in it. Gang of
And starred
Roses.
in it, right?
Gang of Roses is the
And Mario did a
King of
good
Roses,
amount of
there you
the directing on War American Saga 2, by the way.
okay. That's what's up.
Shout out to them putting Fela Kuti also in the his music also into
Fela Kuti, yep.
yeah into the movie as well, man. I loved it.
Yeah, no,
It did no wrong. It did no wrong on any level.
I understand people's concerns about how Hollywood portrays us and the colorism that still affects women. I can't like detract that, like that, use that as a stick to beat this movie up with, man. It was just that good.
We're not gonna.
It was
They always
better
gotta
than
find something.
that.
You know what I mean? They always gotta find something, man. And it's not even. It's unnecessary. It really is.
Yeah, I mean, there was brown women in that movie that shared in that ensemble, dark skinned women that was in that ensemble. So I'm not really, because you know, yeah, man. I don't. They were very loosely based on the real people, so it's not really like.
Well, the whole idea. James Samuel said that he wanted to create an Avengers type movie for the West, for the Black Western characters, for the the actual people, but because he actually created that movie, kind of fictional.
Yeah, no, it was.
Movie, but
it was a
the
made up,
characters
like,
were real.
right.
The
character, yeah.
together like right. So he wanted to put together a superhero type of movie. Tipping the hat to all the giving a homage to all the great Western cowboys that were that were back in the day. So I mean,
actually existed back then.
That
like,
actually existed
was a
back then.
and,
Right. Now we know of literally 7, 8, 9 different people that are actually real.
Listen to the name and go back and read about the
right.
real.
Now we can go back and do our history that we did exist. Like we actually were.
Right. I applaud him for that. Like people can say what they want, man. I get it.
They want to say, man.
I get the criticism, and it's a valid point for most. I get it. So in the culture, the Hollywood culture, it's a valid point. You know what I mean? And we need more of these to even things out. You know what I mean? Like I think you need.
Let's put it like this, B. Cleopatra wasn't Elizabeth Taylor. You dig?
Right.
Charlton Heston wasn't Moses or whoever he played in.
Charlie Chan wasn't a white man with tape.
Right. Charlie Chan was not a white man. Right.
Person.
Stop it.
You know what I mean? It's tough. It's tough to change. You know what I mean? There's things these tropes that exist, and we need to fight them. But we need to fight them with great writing, which this was. Great dialogue, great cinematography, great acting jobs by a bunch of beautiful Black people, and it was dope. You know what I mean? So, man, I just can't hold that over that. I just can't. I'm gonna watch. I might watch it this.
Sorry. Hate to break it to you, but Jesus don't look like Brad Pitt. Sorry, he don't look like Chris Hemsworth. I hate to break it to you, people. But,
exactly. Where'd my guy go? Let's see if we got another John. I can sign off and go get some sleep. I gotta be up at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, we talking after hours.
Yeah, we got trying to work around other my man's schedule, so it is what it is. But what was the other thing on his pre-pro list before we get out of here? We talked about Harder They Fall. Well, we talked. Oh, we didn't. You didn't see that Zach Stacy thing?
I did not. I didn't see that, and I didn't see.
So former. I'm
the Eternals as well. I didn't see the Eternals as well.
Oh. Let me just I'll wait. I'll wait to talk about Young Dolph.
Okay.
Zach Stacy, a former running back for the Jets.
Oh, the Zach Stacy incident. Yeah.
There's video of him throwing his, I don't know if his child's mother or a woman he was dealing with, throwing her into a TV.
Yes.
And like, I'm understating it. Me just saying throwing her is an understatement to me. Punching her and throwing her into, it was one of the more violent things I've seen of a man doing to a woman in a while. And I don't know what he was. I don't know what he was about to say about it, but like, man, you gotta like, I don't know. There's no excuse at the end of the day. You can't do shit like that.
Situations like that, you know,
You just gotta walk away.
You gotta learn how to, you know, police yourself. You know, nobody's perfect, but you know, at the same time, you gotta learn how to police yourself. And
it was great. Like that video. I don't know.
I think did he do it in front of? I think he did it in front of
his kid. Yeah, like a 5-month. I don't know if it's his kid. There's a 5-month child in
a child. You know, regardless. You know,
yeah,
a child,
definitely.
You know,
definitely.
It's something you don't do, man. You just.
Nah, it was whatever you thought was worth that wasn't worth it at the end of it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what T was about to say about it. I don't know what you know. What I mean, it's tough to bring that type of stuff. There's nothing entertaining about it. You know what I mean? Like nothing redeeming. Like it's just the like
a lot of stuff is a lot of stuff is has been messy these past couple of weeks, man. You look at I don't want to put light onto it, but I mean what's going on with the baby and like what's going on with Stevie J and Faith Evans, like it's just what's been going on with you know Will Smith and Jada. It's just some of this stuff is just like
it's
do we need it? Do we actually need that? You know, I mean, I feel like it's like
we share way
we're sharing way too much, man.
Yeah.
We're sharing way too much.
It's too much. It's and I get like Will's trying to he's trying to sell a show and he's trying to sell a book.
Hey, so, I mean, look, I bought it. I bought it. So, I mean, it's working.
I get it, and it's not like the Tupac quote was going around. He said that before. Like I heard him say that. That's not new. It's just because of all this other stuff, you know what I mean? Yeah. That I guess
people trying to slander people to gain sales. Fuck Scottie Pippen.
Right.
I'm gonna say that one time. I'm gonna say that 2 times. Fuck Scottie Pippen.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it one more time. Fuck Scottie Pippen.
Scottie Pippen is a fucking clown.
I'm gonna say it one more. Matter of fact, I'm gonna say it 3 more times for the 6 championships that Mike got your dumb ass. Fuck Scottie Pippen. Fuck Scottie Pippen. You know, fuck Scottie Pippen. So there's that. So go ahead. That was my Kanye moment.
No doubt.
Scottie a whole goofball, bro.
Yeah, that. He's on something, man. I don't know what's going on with him. It's just like it's a wild.
That's why you got half a statue at the concession stand inside the building that Mike built, nigga. You ain't even got a full statue, nigga. You got a half a statue in the concession stand inside the building, nigga. You ain't even.
So here's my thing about Scottie, and we gonna get on Scottie too much. Oh, we're not gonna talk on the topic too much.
No, we're not. That was my
Scottie Pippen is entitled to think that LeBron James is the greatest player. He's entitled to that. This is anybody else is.
That's not even what I was
talking about. What I have a problem with is his continued like Mike slander.
Right. That's my problem.
To him saying, to the point where he was saying, yo, he was as good, if not better than Mike. He said Mike ruined basketball because he didn't want to pass the ball.
Mike didn't wear your shoe, nigga. Mike didn't wear your shoe, homie. You were the one with the pick putting the shoe up talking about.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's funny how it's funny how motherfuckers forget.
It was all good just a week ago.
You know what I'm saying?
You know.
Yeah.
It's funny how people forget.
They forget. You know what I mean? Mike
Bagging
even said when you talk about
with the Chicago tears on his feet.
Talk about Scotty. You talk about Scotty in the same breath, man. That's what Mike said. Mike said it.
I'm gonna tell you when it all started.
When you speak Michael Jordan, you speak Scottie Pippen too. He said it, so I got nothing for Scotty.
I think it all started when people who are pro LeBron James and anti Michael Jordan felt like they needed to, in order to bolster LeBron's status, they had to start to try to chip away at Mike's status. That's where they got this whole, you got a bunch of plumbers and you got this and you got that. You know what I'm saying? They would start to disregard the competition level. And Scotty was a casualty of that, because for a long time, who was listed as, when you talk small forwards, Scottie Pippen's name was like 1 or 2 coming up. Like you didn't mention small forwards without mentioning Scottie Pippen. So when people deflected from saying LeBron was the greatest, they was like, yo, he's definitely the greatest small forward. And it like immediately, like his overshadowing Scottie Pippen was like, it had to be devastating for Scottie Pippen, I'm sure. To the point where he was like, "Oh, let me deflect it. Let's get on Mike. You can't blame Mike for you not getting money. You signed a deal, not Mike. It's not Mike's fault you went to fucking Central Arkansas. Right. It wasn't his fault that you were a no name. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, would Mike be a 6-time champion without Scottie Pippen? It's a great possibility that he wouldn't be. But you wouldn't be a champion, period, without Michael Jordan. Mike would have, even if Mike would have never eventually gotten over the hump of the Detroit Pistons, injuries or old age, at some point, they would have been gone by mid-90s, and Mike would have still had, he may not have won the 3 from 91 to 93, but he might have won from 93 to fucking 97. He might have been, his run might have lasted longer. You don't like, so you play this whole revisionist history game and you don't, it's weird. Yeah, but at the end of the day, one thing that stayed consistent from Mike's time with Scotty is Mike, his numbers never wavered. None of them. Now his rebounds, his steals, assists, his shooting percentage, the amount of shots, but Scotty's yours did. Mm-hmm. So from the beginning, Mike took a bunch of shots. From the beginning, you re-signed contracts with Mike taking these shots that you said ruined basketball.
That's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Goofy? I don't know. I don't have much to say about it.
But yeah, whatever.
Yeah. I don't know if we got to everything, but I'm you know, but we can't let this episode go without shouting out and saluting and rest, you know, and honoring someone that died yesterday, passed yesterday, was murdered senselessly. Young Dolph, man. Rest in peace to Young Dolph. I was aware of his music like back in 2017. It's like my wife played 100 shots like 50 times. Like and so I respect his connection to people, and you can see it and you can understand it like through the music. It's a sad thing that sometimes you can't escape some of the things that we're trying to trap you. Even though you make money, it's still gonna might catch up to you. However that happens sometimes. Even if you're trying to do all the good in the world. And It's just sad, man. We need to really come up with some real solutions. And rest in peace also to a local businessman, Denzel the driver, who was gunned down too. I saw a few people say that about him. He was just a good person, man. And you hear the story, and it's just wild, bro. It's just wild. So, man, it's just too
I
much
wasn't
death
a,
right
I wasn't a
now.
fan of Young Dolph. And when I say that, I'm not saying it as if it's like, oh, I heard his music and I was like, nah, I wasn't. I'm indifferent as far as his music career. But the mistake people make is that you have to be a fan to to feel sorry for somebody or whatever, and it sucks regardless. The music, the rap community lost obviously a leader in this new generation, and that's what's more devastating. But I would hope that this generation would recognize what this means. Like, my thing is, if something bad happens, don't let it happen in vain. If you are an artist coming up, or you need to like see the writing on the wall. A lot of these artists, especially depending on the type of music, the rap artists, period, where are they dying? They're dying in the same areas that they grew up at. Nipsey got killed in LA or California. I don't know exactly, on Clawson, right? I'm not sure how close he lived to that area, but he didn't die in fucking Idaho. He didn't die in Mississippi where they say they still hating niggas. He died where he's supposed to be getting the most love, right?
Mm-hmm.
Young Joe died in his home state.
Yeah.
Like, these people are dying, like where they from.
Yeah.
Like the rare case where Sean Taylor got killed, like somebody followed them and actually traveled longer than most motherfuckers would to do a B&E.
Well,
You had
they
to
knew
travel and get and
who
sneak
he
into a
was.
state.
That was a whole thing.
But like normally, especially like at the end of the day, like, yo, look at the artists, look at some of these other artists who have done similar music and played the same lane as you played, but still smart enough to say, you know what? I grew up in it. I don't want to raise my fucking family in it. Hove ain't raising Blue or Blue Ivy, excuse me, and the other kids, I don't know their names. You're not raising them at Bed-Stuy.
No.
50 Cent ain't raising his kids in fucking Jamaica, Queens. These motherfuckers live elsewhere. Like, if you 100, you can actually grow up and move away and still get love. And I'm not saying that to say, oh, young Dolph deserved it or anything. He didn't deserve it. But what I'm saying is, you got to be able to say, hey, listen, let me be as far removed from the dangers of the shit that I grew up on. So I hope that his death doesn't go in vain. It looks like they really close to catching whoever did this shit too. That's another good thing. Like, they on top of this shit. We used to saying motherfuckers get killed, and it's like, oh, we don't know what happened. Nah, they got camera footage, the car. I think they got video footage of the shit happening too.
Yeah, they probably. I mean, there's some video from the inside.
So
they got the car video from outside. So
they got
This the guys who are responsible for this don't go too long as free men.
No.
A week tops.
Yeah,
and if they lucky, the police catch them. I think that's a safe bet. If they're lucky, the police catch them.
Yeah, they. I mean, if they want to stay alive, I don't know. Once you start shooting people, I just think you take your own life into your hands. You don't think your own life is worth much.
Right.
That leads to a decision like to gun somebody down like that. So we need to as people, we need to make sure we understand the value of life, our own lives, and others. Like once we understand our own life, we stop being, letting the trauma of everything that happens to us be project that. Once we stop projecting that and devaluing our life, our own life, we can start honoring and understanding people's privilege to live and breathe and move around too. So we gotta there's a whole dialogue to that, man, that I just don't. I'm tired, bro.
Ron, you got anything for us before we get out of here?
I don't, man. I think I'm happy to just to be on this podcast with you guys, man. That's all.
Anytime you're home, just like Rel's home, Big Bro's home, Burns home. Whenever you guys want to come on, man. So we're gonna send a link out whenever, and want to come through, come through. We're gonna get the Sneakerhead joint put together.
Brian got his bedroom voice on, so
absolutely.
we're gonna go ahead and wrap.
What happened?
Yeah.
Stupid.
Hey, listen, you on the ride?